Hi, I'm Will, and today I'm going to be discussing the lines that divide black men here on the Geezer Guide to Better Living. The black communities, especially black men, have adapted a Eurocentral way of thinking. They have changed what has been put in place from the beginning of slavery. We were so much together back in the 60s and the 70s. It seemed like around the 80s and the 90s from then, black men have started to dislike each other. We compete negatively. It's okay to compete, but we compete negatively. And we find any reason to not come together as a group. So these are going to be some of the things that we uh, do to divide us. So we're going to talk about it, and hopefully you'll see that this is some of the things that you may be doing, and you can break these lines and we can become stronger as a community. This to me is one of the stupidest lines that we have to break immediately, and it's the light skin, dark skin thing. People, we all are looked at as black. So why do we divide ourselves with skin tone? When talking about the rich versus the poor, you may think I'm talking about the rich looking down on the poor, but that's not the case. The poor always look down on the rich. They envy the rich, and they have a crab in the bucket mentality, which is prevalent in the black community, and they want to hold each other back. Black men, if you find success, please leave the hood because there is nothing left there for you. You can always remember where you came from, but you don't have to end up like Nipsey Hussle. We have state versus state, city versus city, district versus district, street versus street. It's a good thing when it's competition, like in football and other sports, but when you decide to put on colors and fight against each other over a piece of property that you don't own, it's bad. In the African diaspora, there are so many different cultures, and instead of embracing our cultures and learning from each other, we decide to divide ourselves. The Africans don't like the African Americans and so forth. And let's start talk about the Puerto Ricans and the Dominicans and the Cubans. They all think that they are not part of diaspora, but yes, you are, and you need to embrace it because Spain do not embrace you. Religion, the thing that should be bringing us together, is the thing that keeps us apart. Black men today have really left the church in droves. There are so many different churches and mosques, and they all have their own interpretations of the Quran and the Bible, and they all claim to be the one and true religion, and they put down all the other religions. I'm afraid of any religion that says that we are the only way that you can reach heaven or enlightenment. Social groups can be a great way for black men to bond together, only if the social group is actually doing bonding. A lot of times the social groups form a pack mentality, which has a hierarchy, and they are very gang type of affiliations where they don't associate with each other, and that can become very negative. Homophobia runs rampant in the black community, and I never could understand why. Because what one man does has no effect on what goes on in your home. So set boundaries with people, gay or straight, and if they don't cross those boundaries, we're all good. One of the main reasons I believe that a lot of black men do not foster relationships with other black men is because they are taught that from the beginning. Women is one of the main reasons that black men do not get along these days, and we fear and hate each other because it starts off when single mothers, and I don't want to blame all single mothers, keep their children, especially their male children, away from their fathers. All of these single mothers raising these young boys today are teaching young men to hate black men because they have terrible experiences with black men, so they teach their sons the same thing. Let me know if you agree or disagree with some of the things that I'm saying. Let's go down in the comments and start a conversation. This is Will, and as always, I thank you. Be sure to check out my 2 art websites. I am billthebarber.pixels.com on Fine Arts America, and I am Geezer Art on Redbubble. There's a lot of good merch on my website, like t-shirts, bags, and so much more. So come and check me out, please. And as always, I thank you.